after. Maybe she should change careers, but Fallon knew and wanted to do nothing else. "A house out in the sticks?" she'd quickly answered. "No thanks, Mum. I don't want it, and I certainly don't want the multitude of treasures inside." Despite working in the Outback, Fallon spent most of her time up in North Queensland on the water when she wasn't flying. Last long break, she'd gone sailing in a hire yacht out of Cairns. Being in the air and on the water were her two favourite activities. For the 5th time since she'd woken up this morning, she wondered how she'd got roped into this family chore. "Why don't you and Dad come out and visit while I'm here? If Dad's busy, you could catch a bus. I'm sure there'd be one from Brisbane." "I'd love to, Fal, but I've got the Red Cross fete to organise, and then we've got the cake stall. I couldn't possibly get away. Maybe if Augathella was closer." "Stop thinking about it," Fallon told herself. "You cannot afford to get stressed out here." She'd had her fair share of stress, and she'd rolled her eyes as she picked at a piece of skin at the side of her thumbnail. Her stress indicator. Chewed fingernails and ragged skin. She shoved her hands into her jeans pockets and vowed she'd leave them alone from now on. "It's only just a little tidy up, love, before he sells the place and goes into the aged care home. We have to remember he's getting on." "How old is Uncle George anyway? I thought he was ancient when we came out here when I was a kid." "He's 15 years older than my mum, so he must be about 90 now. But don't worry, he's as sharp as a tack. I just worry that no one checks on his physical well-being. So, seeing you're out there..." Fallon sighed. "So, what sort of a little tidy-up?" she asked, reluctantly giving in. "Apparently, he's sold most of the land, and his little house on the edge of town just needs to be cleaned up. You know, just sort the house for him, mow the lawn, tidy the gardens up ready to put it on the market. Maybe you could live there while you're doing the contract work." "And when does he want to move out?" "He told me a couple of weeks ago he's got an independent living unit reserved at the aged care home in town. He's keen to sell the house so he can move across to it. The poor dear sounds more than ready." So, Fallon had rolled into town with a troubled gearbox, deposited her car at the local garage to have it looked at, called her parents, and then asked for directions to George Mason's house, hoping there was a spare bed there for her. "It's on the edge of town, isn't it?" she'd asked the man at Anderson's garage. "Don't tell me you're looking to buy that house." He'd scratched his head and frowned at her. "Needs a bit of work." "No, I'm going to visit George," she replied. "He's not there," came the quick reply. For one moment, she worried that great-uncle George had gone on to a better place. "He's not there?" she repeated slowly. "No, love. The council threatened to condemn his house, so he chucked a wobbly and moved into the aged care home up the road there." "Chucked a wobbly?" "Yeah, you know, had a dummy spit. George is renowned for that. Sorry if you're a relly, I shouldn't be critical." Fallon waved her hand. "Don't worry about that. I only met him once a long time ago. Anyway, how long do you think my ute will take to get fixed?" "Love, by the sound of that gearbox, I think it'll be in here at least 10 days. I have to get parts sent down from the ISA, but I'm sure George will let you drive his ute if you need to get around." "Okay, so where's this home he lives in now?" She should have known by the sympathetic smile that things were very different to what Mum had said. "Walk down to the shops and take the 2nd Street on the left. The newsagent's on the corner. Turn left and you'll see the driveway about 50 metres down." He nodded. "And tell the old codger Jack Anderson said to say hello." "I will, thank you." Fallon reached into her pocket and